It was said to be a potential sticky encounter against an Everton side who are being led by Big Dunk. The Toffees versus Steven Gerrard's Aston Villa. And it was Steven Gerrard who chewed them up and spat them back out. This is Talk of the Trinity, 5-minute thoughts. So the lineup, we saw John McGinn return. Not a surprise really when you think about it. Morgan Sanson was the obvious candidate to lead the team because he hadn't been playing much this season really, deputising when players haven't been available. We also saw Ezri Konsa was fit to start, which was a welcome return. Courtney Hawes did very well last week against Man United in that second half performance. But having Konsa and Mings there together, you just feel a little bit more confident about it. Though, will there be more potential incomings into that central defensive area as James Tarkowski at Burnley has been linked with us today? Interesting one. I'm sure we'll go into that a little bit more on the main podcast when Baz is with us. Anyway, going back to the game, John McGinn was up for it from the get-go. He made it a blood and thunder contest. You expect it to be a gentleman's match when you play Everton. When Aston Villa play Everton, you expect that. But McGinn was straight up for it straight away, putting in the hard tackles. That fired up Everton. It fired up the Villa players around him. But really you knew that we need some craft and guile to get the win. Everton setting up with a 4-4-2. Us going for that tried and tested and successful, I would say, Steven Gerrard 4-3-2-1. I mentioned on the last podcast with Baz and Liam from the Qatar Lions, as did Liam mention, that the win would come from overloading, but also from getting in between the lines. And that's exactly where it came from. Buendia tested Pickford in the first half with a shot from outside the area, dragged another one wide, but he showed that he was up for it. He meant business. Buendia's been a different beast the last few weeks. And the goal that he scored was beautifully crafted. Nice that it's Luca Dean who puts that corner in, especially after the rubbish he was getting from Everton fans. No pun intended there. No one wants to see bottles thrown in football. But a lovely little flick header from Emi Buendia sees us home and dry 1-0. Second half completely different. We knew Everton were going to come at us. We had to stay firm and take our chances when we got them. Didn't really create any. Apart from the first minute when Watkins went through, pulled the ball back behind Coutinho and just a bit too fast for Ramsey. Ramsey, of course, was begging for it on the edge of the area for some time. The only other real opportunity we had was Coutinho's free kick, which was always going to be a difficult one, getting that up and over. Everton came at us a lot, but we stood firm. Bodies on the line, blocks. Every time it went out for a corner, you did panic a little bit. Yeremina went close. Godfrey had the effort, cleared off the line as well. But all in all, it was a good Villa display, and it was the sort of defensive display that we were accustomed to last season under Dean Smith. We haven't seen it so much this year, unfortunately, but hopefully this is something for us to build on. We've got 6 matches now where you'd expect to win them. We're top half, we're 10th as things stand before the 3 o'clock kickoffs. So let's see what happens from here. Join me and Baz and a special guest later on this week as we discuss the Everton game in full review, full glory, and then we look forward to what's next for Aston Villa and the rest of this transfer window. Until then, cheers to, thank you very much. We're Villa till we die. Up the Villa.